It finally happened. Toyota just dropped a bombshell that has the entire car industry talking. The legendary automaker has officially unveiled the all-new Toyota Stout, and this isn't just another pickup truck release. This is a direct shot at every major player in the compact and mid-sized truck segment. From Ford's Maverick to Chevy's Colorado and Hyundai's Santa Cruz, everyone's on high alert right now because the Stout is shaping up to be a genuine game-changer. So, what exactly did Toyota just do? Well, for starters, they've revived a nameplate that disappeared decades ago, and they've done it with a purpose. The new Stout is designed to blend Toyota's unbeatable reliability with modern tech, hybrid efficiency, and an aggressive new design philosophy that makes it stand out instantly. Toyota didn't just create another work truck. They've built something that could completely redefine what consumers expect from a compact pickup in 2025 and beyond. Why is this causing such a massive buzz? Because Toyota seems to have cracked the code that other automakers have been struggling with. Affordability, capability, and efficiency all in one package. Rumors suggest the Stout will come with Toyota's hybrid powertrain, the same one that's been crushing it in the RAV4 and Tacoma hybrid models. That means excellent fuel economy and solid towing power, something the Maverick and Santa Cruz can't quite match at the same price point. Plus, Toyota's reputation for long-term durability gives it a huge advantage in a market where buyers want value that lasts. And you can bet Ford, Chevy, and Hyundai are watching every move closely. Ford's Maverick has been enjoying the spotlight as the go-to affordable pickup, but the Stout threatens to steal that crown. Chevy, on the other hand, has focused heavily on larger trucks like the Silverado, but they might now be forced to rethink their compact lineup. Even Hyundai, which surprised everyone with the Santa Cruz, could face major pressure to upgrade its platform or risk losing relevance fast. Consumers are already going wild online. Forums, social media, and automotive blogs are buzzing with excitement and curiosity. Many buyers who've been waiting for something fresh, practical, and fuel-efficient in the pickup market see the Stout as the perfect mix of everything they've been asking for. Some are even calling it the truck that makes sense again, especially for urban drivers who don't need a massive F-150 but still want that rugged utility. Dealerships, too, are preparing for a potential wave of interest. Toyota's dealer network is already anticipating heavy demand, particularly if the Stout launches with a base price under $30,000 and offers hybrid or all-wheel drive options. This could put serious pricing pressure on competitors, possibly triggering another round of price adjustments across the segment, similar to what we saw when Ford first launched the Maverick. But here's where things get even more interesting: the ripple effect. If the Toyota Stout performs as expected, we could see an entirely new phase of competition in the pickup market. Automakers that ignored the compact truck segment might be forced to jump back in. Dealerships could shift marketing strategies towards smaller, more efficient vehicles, and consumers might finally have a real alternative to both traditional SUVs and oversized pickups. And that's only the beginning, because Toyota isn't just playing defense here. They're rewriting the rules of the truck game altogether. Toyota's strategy with the Stout feels like a masterclass in timing. With gas prices fluctuating and electric trucks still struggling to find their footing due to high costs and limited charging infrastructure, the Stout steps in as the smart middle ground. It's efficient, affordable, and built on proven hybrid tech. Toyota seems to have anticipated the fatigue buyers feel toward overcomplicated EVs and oversized trucks. Instead, they're offering something familiar but futuristic, a truck that delivers capability without compromise. And let's talk design, because this thing looks nothing like what most people expected. The Stout's exterior carries Toyota's new design DNA, muscular yet minimalist with sharp LED lighting, bold wheel arches, and a squared-off front end that gives it presence far beyond its size. It feels like Toyota has taken the toughness of the Tacoma and distilled it into a more city-friendly package. Inside, expect a cabin loaded with tech. Wireless connectivity, Toyota's latest infotainment system, and a layout that prioritizes practicality. It's the kind of interior that doesn't just look good in press photos, it actually feels usable for everyday life. Underneath, reports suggest Toyota will use a variation of its TNGA platform, likely shared with the RAV4 and upcoming Tacoma hybrid models. This means solid ride quality, strong safety features, and a hybrid system that's already battle-tested. Rival automakers are already feeling the pressure. Ford dealers are reportedly pushing for faster Maverick production to meet growing demand, while Chevy's design teams are rumored to be revisiting shelved plans for a smaller truck of their own. Hyundai might even accelerate its next-generation Santa Cruz refresh. It's not an exaggeration to say Toyota's move has set off alarm bells across Detroit, and Seoul-alike buyers, on the other hand, are responding with a mix of excitement and relief. For years, the truck market has been dominated by models priced well above $40,000, leaving budget-conscious drivers behind. The Stout could bring a new wave of buyers into showrooms. Young professionals, small business owners, and families who want a capable daily driver that doesn't drain their bank account. Online pre-interest lists are reportedly growing by the day, and Toyota hasn't even officially announced pricing yet. And as all of this unfolds, analysts are already predicting ripple effects throughout the entire industry. Dealerships may need to adjust inventory strategies, focusing less on massive full-size trucks and more on these smaller, more efficient options. Competitors could be forced to roll out aggressive incentive programs or hybrid versions of their own mid-size models to stay competitive. The market dynamics are shifting fast, and Toyota just positioned itself at the center of that storm. But what's even more fascinating is what this could mean for Toyota's broader lineup. If the Stout proves successful, it could signal a major shift in Toyota's global strategy, one that blends hybrid efficiency, affordability, and utility across its range. It might even pave the way for future electric or plug-in hybrid versions that build on this same platform. In other words, the Stout could be more than just a new truck. It could be the blueprint for Toyota's next decade of dominance. Now, let's dig into what's really making the Stout so disruptive, the way Toyota is positioning it in the market. Unlike the Maverick, which carved out its niche by being playful and city-focused, Toyota seems to be targeting a broader audience with the Stout. They're not just appealing to younger first-time truck buyers, they're also going after traditional truck owners who are tired of rising fuel costs and oversized models that barely fit in a standard garage. The Stout is that middle ground, rugged enough for work, refined enough for daily life, and efficient enough to make financial sense. Insiders are saying Toyota's approach here is to reintroduce practicality to the pickup market. For too long, trucks have been about bragging rights. Bigger engines, bigger bodies, and bigger price tags. But Toyota's reading the room differently. Consumers today are smarter and more value-driven. They want versatility without waste. By offering hybrid technology, durable materials, and a size that's easy to live with, the Stout could reignite the same magic that made the original Hilux and Tacoma legends in the first place. And while we haven't seen official specs yet, there's growing speculation that the Stout could come with multiple configurations, possibly even an all-wheel drive hybrid model and a base front-wheel drive setup for better fuel economy. Some analysts are even predicting Toyota might introduce a plug-in hybrid version down the road, taking advantage of the company's experience with the RAV4 Prime. That would instantly make it one of the most efficient and powerful compact trucks in the world. Meanwhile, the reaction from competitors is only intensifying. Industry leaks suggest Ford executives have already held internal meetings discussing how to respond if Toyota prices the Stout aggressively. If Toyota comes in under $30,000 for the hybrid base model, Ford could be forced to cut into Maverick margins or accelerate updates for a next-gen version. Chevy might need to revive its long-rumored compact truck project sooner than planned, and Hyundai could push to re-engineer the Santa Cruz with a more truck-like body and improved towing capacity. Even Tesla and Rivian are feeling the tremors. While they operate in the EV space, the Stout's success could highlight just how far electric trucks have to go in terms of affordability and practicality. If Toyota proves that hybrids still dominate where price and convenience matter most, it could slow the shift to full electrification, at least in the truck segment, for years to come. Dealers are preparing for what could be one of Toyota's biggest launches of the decade. Some reports indicate pre-orders could rival those of the Tacoma or even the RAV4 hybrid, both of which consistently sell out in certain markets. And that's before the Stout even hits showrooms. The early demand signals that Toyota may have found a sweet spot the industry overlooked, one that blends lifestyle, economy, and capability into a single, no-nonsense package. But the most intriguing part? Larger push to modernize its lineup while staying true to the company's legendary dependability. The Stout could serve as the testing ground for Toyota's next-generation hybrid and manufacturing technologies. Some reports suggest the Stout will be built on a modular production line shared with the RAV4 and Corolla Cross, which means Toyota can adjust supply quickly based on demand. This kind of flexibility could be a major advantage in an era where automakers are still dealing with supply chain volatility and unpredictable market shifts. But what's even more fascinating is Toyota's rumored approach to pricing. Instead of overloading the Stout with luxury options that drive up costs, Toyota might focus on offering practical, value-packed trims, keeping the base model simple, affordable, and efficient, while still delivering the essentials that most buyers actually want. Think robust hybrid performance, standard safety tech, and intuitive infotainment, all wrapped in a truck that feels substantial without being excessive. That's a formula the industry has strayed away from, and Toyota looks ready to bring it back in full force. And if Toyota nails the launch strategy, this could have a cascading impact on how dealerships operate. Smaller trucks typically sell faster and require less inventory space than full-size models, which means dealers could turn over more units more often. That's a win-win situation. Buyers get more accessible pricing, and dealers benefit from increased volume. Toyota's proven logistics network could make this rollout smoother than anything competitors can match right now. Consumer behavior is also shifting in Toyota's favor. The pandemic years reshaped how people think about vehicles. Utility and efficiency are back on top of the wish list. People want vehicles that fit their lifestyle without forcing them to overspend. The Stout, by bridging the gap between a crossover and a traditional pickup, hits that demand perfectly. It's easy to park, affordable to maintain, and still capable enough for adventure, home projects, or light commercial work. Meanwhile, automotive analysts are calling this move a market reset. They argue that Toyota isn't just competing for sales. It's redefining expectations. For years, compact trucks were seen as niche vehicles, often dismissed as less capable or less profitable. But the Stout proves that with the right balance of tech and practicality, these trucks can dominate mainstream sales. It's a strategic bet that could completely shift how automakers design, price, and market their trucks moving forward. And here's the kicker. There are already whispers that Toyota might not stop with the Stout. Sources claim that depending on its success, Toyota could introduce a slightly larger Stout Max variant aimed at bridging the gap between the compact and mid-size segments. If that happens, it would directly challenge Ford's Ranger and Chevy's Colorado, giving Toyota a full spectrum of pickup options that cover nearly every buyer demographic. The buzz doesn't stop there either. Automotive journalists have started spotting test mules that might be early prototypes of the Stout's hybrid powertrain in action, hinting that Toyota could be fine-tuning the balance between fuel economy and torque delivery. That's exactly what could make this truck a runaway success. Real-world performance that feels powerful yet efficient. As the anticipation builds, everyone's asking the same question. When will Toyota officially release pricing and on-sale dates? The company's staying quiet for now, but if Toyota's past rollout patterns are any clue, we could be just months away from a full production reveal. And if early reactions are anything to go by, the Stout could end up being one of the most talked about vehicles of the year, if not the decade. What's adding even more fuel to the excitement is Toyota's reputation for getting things right the first time. When Toyota enters a new or dormant segment, they don't just dip their toes, they commit and they dominate. Think about the RAV4 when it first launched in the 90s. It redefined the small SUV category. The Prius changed how the world viewed hybrids. Now, the Stout looks poised to do the same thing for compact pickups. Toyota's track record gives this launch an extra layer of credibility that competitors simply can't match. And we're already seeing the ripple effect in consumer discussions. Online forums are flooded with people comparing the Stout's potential to their current vehicles, asking whether it might finally be time to trade in that oversized SUV or aging mid-sized truck. The conversation isn't just about performance, it's about lifestyle. The Stout seems to represent a shift towards smarter ownership. Vehicles that balance utility and efficiency without feeling like a compromise. People are ready for something that makes sense again, and Toyota seems to be reading that sentiment perfectly. One thing's certain, the automotive world is watching closely. Every teaser, every leak, every hint from Toyota's leadership team is being analyzed in real time. The Stout isn't just another truck, it's a symbol of where the market might be heading next. A vehicle that challenges the status quo, forces competitors to adapt, and gives consumers exactly what they've been waiting for. And as more details continue to emerge, one thing becomes crystal clear. Toyota isn't just chasing sales numbers with the Stout. They're setting a tone for what the future of practical vehicles could look like. Every move they've made with this project seems calculated to challenge the industry's obsession with excess. Instead of chasing massive horsepower or oversized frames, Toyota's focusing on balance, how to deliver capability, comfort, and technology in a package that fits modern life. That's what's making so many people sit up and pay attention. The Stout feels like a return to common sense in an era where the average pickup has become more of a luxury statement than a tool. What's truly brilliant about Toyota's approach is how it appeals to multiple generations simultaneously. Older buyers see the Stout as a familiar name brought back to life, one that reminds them of Toyota's golden years of tough, reliable small trucks. Younger buyers, meanwhile, see something fresh, modern, and efficient, an antidote to overpriced, overcomplicated vehicles. It's that rare product that bridges generational preferences without alienating anyone in the process. Now, behind the scenes, Toyota's marketing strategy for the Stout is shaping up to be just as disruptive as the truck itself. Reports suggest Toyota may focus heavily on digital campaigns and influencer partnerships rather than traditional dealership ads. The goal? To reach new audiences, urban dwellers, small business owners, and eco-conscious drivers who may have never considered owning a pickup before. By reframing what a truck can be, Toyota's not only creating a product, they're redefining a lifestyle around it. And that's the magic of the Stout. It's not being marketed as a downsized truck, but as a smarter one. A vehicle that fits seamlessly into everyday routines while still being ready for weekend adventures or worksite duties. That shift in narrative could fundamentally change how automakers talk about trucks moving forward. It's not just about strength or size anymore, it's about versatility and sustainability. But perhaps the most telling part of this whole story is how confident Toyota seems. They're not rushing to overhype the Stout. They're letting the product and the legacy behind the name speak for itself. That quiet confidence suggests Toyota knows exactly what they have on their hands. And considering the excitement building among both fans and competitors, they might be holding one of the most important cards in the automotive deck right now. Industry insiders are even speculating that Toyota could use the Stout as a launch pad for future tech experiments, like introducing solar-assisted hybrid systems, or integrating advanced AI-assisted driving aids designed specifically for utility vehicles. While nothing has been confirmed, the idea that Toyota could use this compact pickup as a test bed for next-generation innovation only adds to the intrigue. Meanwhile, rival automakers are watching the clock. They know that once Toyota officially reveals the Stout's pricing, specs, and release date, the market could shift overnight. It's not just about being first anymore, it's about being relevant in a segment that's suddenly waking up again after years of stagnation. The compact truck race is heating up fast, and Toyota is clearly leading the charge. And as the hype continues to build, the auto world is starting to realize that this moment, this single reveal, could be remembered as the turning point where the industry pivoted back toward practicality and purpose.